This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Latoya Burrows. Coming up in the news, more than 158 Pathfinders is vested for service, and a health extravaganza is held for the community. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. Happy holidays and welcome to your Adventist News. I'm Latoya Burrows. Thanks for joining us for this week's broadcast. The Youth Ministry Department of the South Bahamas Conference recently conducted 10 investiture services throughout New Providence. As a result, the Pathfinder clubs of the Centerville, Good News, Ephesus, Johnson Park, Breath of Life, and Philadelphia churches have invested a total of 158 adventurers and Pathfinders for service. Pastor Jamal Franklin, newly appointed youth director for our conference, spoke to the significance of this.
The Youth Ministry Department initiative for our investitures is using the theme coming down to us from the General Conference, which has passed it on. And investitures are prophetic fulfillment of affirming our boys and girls, our young men and young women, in their preparation for the second coming of Christ, and also passing on to them the mentorship program in our Pathfinder ministry so that they can be involved in the Three Angels message of spreading it across to the world so we can help Christ come sooner.
Pastor Franklin said that more investitures are scheduled up to the last Sabbath of this year and into January of 2019.
In addition to the investitures that we have to do next year, starting January, we're also having something called Youth Church, and that is a quarterly joint AOI service where we will be using the themes that come to us from our higher organizations to help motivate our youth and their friends to be involved in Lord Transform Me. And that takes place, the first quarterly joint AOI service called Youth Church takes place on January the 5th, 2019 at 4 p.m. at the Johnson Park Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's going to be packed with power, poetry, and praise. And from then, the next quarterly Youth Church, we're going to move to another location that we will announce closer to the date. So stay tuned for what's coming in the Youth Ministry Department for 2019.
Congratulations are extended to the Pathfinder directors and counselors for their dedication to our youth. Recently, the Better Living Health Center, in partnership with the Adventist Layman Services and Industries, ASI Bahamas chapter, and the New Engliston Seventh-day Adventist Church, hosted the Parking Lot Health Extravaganza for Better Living in the heart of the Engliston community. ASI featured their ongoing pop-up plaza, where they sold fruits and vegetables at a very reduced price in an effort to encourage persons to eat more fruits and vegetables. All other items were free to the public. Community participants were able to test their blood sugar, blood pressure, and get simple eye and diabetic foot checks at no cost to them. They were guided through stations that featured the 8 laws of health. However, the highlight of the afternoon was the cooking demonstrations on how to feed a family of 4 on a $10 budget. Participants learned how to make a scrumptious sandwich spread from garbanzo and a well-balanced, delicious lentil soup that included greens that is found or can be grown in everyone's backyard, such as callaloo, Bahamian spinach, and life leaf. Everyone agreed that the food was delicious. Even the children wanted more. All participants received a bag of groceries and recipes so that they can replicate what they learned throughout the day. The representative for the area, the Honorable Glennis Hannah Martin, was in attendance, encouraging the participants to maintain healthy eating habits and praised the organizers for such a great community initiative. Thanks are extended to volunteers from the Adventist Health Professionals Association and those who provided donations that made the event a great success. After this short break, we'll have the upcoming events in the South Bahamas Conference.
The Breath of Life Church will be celebrating their annual Choir Day on Saturday, December 22nd, 2018. Under the theme, That Name, Wonderful, Beautiful, Powerful, it plans to be a melodious event. That's Saturday, December 22nd, 2018 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All are invited to worship in song.
Welcome back and thanks for watching our Adventist News. I'm Latoya Burrows. The year-end social for the Adventist Health Professionals Association and the Health Ministries Department of our conference is scheduled for December 30th at Poseidon's Table at 12:45 p.m. All health professionals are asked to RSVP at 242-428-4251. The Adventist Book and Nutrition Center for the South Bahamas Conference is providing you with a healthy choice this holiday. However, please note they will be closed from December 22nd through the 30th. So be sure to make a note of this and share it with your friends. The 8 Weeks to Wellness program for 2019 is scheduled to begin February 25th at 6 p.m. at the H.D. Colburn Gym on Wolf Road. Plan now to attend. Your body will love you for it. Prevention is the key. For more information, feel free to contact Natlin Nakwa, Health Ministries Director for the conference. During the Christmas season, a number of our churches will be having musicals here in our nation's capital. The Philadelphia Church presents The Glory of Christmas, celebrating Christ's birth, featuring our Pathfinder concert band on Saturday, December 22nd, beginning at 11 a.m. at the church in Elizabeth Estates. Centerville Church will host its annual Christmas celebration also on Saturday, December 22nd, 2018, during the Divine Service Hour at 11 a.m. Join in the joyous musical tributes to our King under the theme, Jesus, Born to Save. And the Hillview Adventist Church will be celebrating the birth of Christ also on the 22nd at 11 o'clock in the morning with Pastor Paul Scavala Family and Friends Annual Christmas Special, featuring guest soloist Stacey Campbell Marshall and Joe Paul Scavala from Oakwood University. You are invited to join in to experience the journey of Christ from heaven to Bethlehem. And for more information on this and other events, visit the conference website at www.southbahamasconference.org, see the weekly logos, our Facebook page, or call our headquarters at 242-341-4021.
Hypertension occurs when there is an abnormal rise in the body's blood pressure. Blood pressure is the amount of force applied to the walls of arteries. Arteries are blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart to supply tissue with oxygen and nutrients. When too much pressure is applied, it can damage the walls of arteries, which will become weak and form an aneurysm. Not only can an aneurysm form and rupture, but buildup of plaque can occur, causing less blood to pass through the heart valves. High blood pressure can cause many issues such as damage to your arteries, heart, brain, kidneys, and eyes. Also, hypertension can lead to heart disease, stroke, and even death. Normal blood pressure is 120/80. When the systolic pressure is over 130 and the diastolic pressure is over 80 and stays high over time, it's considered hypertension. Here are ways to control blood pressure without the use of medication. Lose extra pounds and watch your waistline, as blood pressure usually increases as weight increases. Being overweight can cause disruption in breathing while you sleep, which then further rises your blood pressure. In general, men are at risk if their waist measures 40 inches or more, and women are at risk if their waist measures 35 inches or more. Exercising regularly and doing exercises such as jogging, walking, cycling, or swimming for 150 minutes a week can help to lower high blood pressure. Maintaining a healthy diet, which contains whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, can lower blood pressure. Try keeping a food diary to keep track of your eating habits. Boost your potassium intake, as potassium can lessen the effects of sodium. Foods rich in potassium include bananas, peas, and potatoes. Reduce your sodium intake by reading food labels and eating fewer processed and canned foods. Reduce stress, as chronic stress can lead to high blood pressure. Ensure that you monitor your blood pressure at home and see your doctor regularly. This has been Parisha Ferguson with your health tip. courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network for a news feature from around the world.
First in the news, the Adventist Church in the Franco-Belgian Luxembourg region has responded following a deadly attack in Strasbourg, France.
A gunman killed 5 people and injured 10 after he opened fire in a Christmas market on Tuesday, December 11. The gunman was later killed by the police in a shootout.
The Adventist Church in the region said it condemned all forms of violence, especially under the pretext of religious intolerance or the imposition of a region.
In a statement, Ruben de Abreu, president of the Franco-Belgian Luxembourg Union, condemned the acts, saying it would not be right to limit rejection and condemnation to what happened in Strasbourg. We cannot forget what is happening every day in other parts of the world in the name of the so-called religion, which has nothing to do with believers and people of peace. Our solidarity and prayers are also addressed to the people affected, the victims, and their families these days.
Abreu went on to say, we join the families of the victims and those affected by these barbarities in wishing the survivors and the injured a prompt recovery. He continued, the mourning of each family is shared by the Adventist Church family and all those who fight in one way or another for the defense of human rights and freedoms and the security of citizens.
That's all from us here at Your Adventist News for the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Thank you so much for sharing your news stories with us this year. Please continue to share your news stories or upcoming events for next year by emailing them to media@sbcadventist.com or feel free to call our media department at 242-341-4021. A rebroadcast of the Adventist News can be seen on our conference website or our Facebook page. On behalf of our production team of Adventist Television Channel 658, thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. I'm Latoya Burrows. Have a blessed Sabbath, a joyous holiday, and Happy New Year.